So if you are planning to do like a workation or workation, however it's spelled in or pronounced, the first thing you should do before you even arrive to your chosen destination is to check with the accommodations that you're staying at and ensure that they have Wi-Fi, and that it's not just like public Wi-Fi on the grounds, but like there's Wi-Fi in the room as well. And then on top of that, or in addition to that, you also want to check the surrounding areas for internet cafes or places that are nomad or digital worker friendly. That way you have a backup in case you need to take really important meetings or presentations. So I got here yesterday, which was a Saturday, today's Sunday. I made sure that my personal computer worked, because worst comes to worst, I can like load my presentations and the things I need to do on that one. But today, Sunday, I'm taking the time making sure that everything can connect. Everything did connect. Making sure that when I, do the calls, the things that I need to do on Monday and Tuesday, that I can just do those and get off. I'll handle any ancillary work early in the morning. But that's just one nugget that I wanted to say about working remotely in foreign countries where you're not sure about the internet. Worst comes to worst, I do have hotspot capabilities on my phone. However, like up to 5 gigabytes, then it'll throttle, and I still need to use my internet resources for like my own personal travel, throughout the day. So that's just something that I wanted to say. Unfortunately, out here they don't have plugs, but I don't plan on like taking my calls out here anyway, just because I'm not sure of, if the waves will crash or if birds will come up here, especially because there's a bird's nest with a mama up there. So yeah, I think I'm kind of in the mood, but I'm kind of like real chill. I think I'm like at a point where I'm just reflecting on a lot in life, and I was kind of salty about having to work while I'm on vacation, but I had to reframe it in a sense of I get to work on my vacation. It's not an either or. I get to still travel, and I have to use as much PTO, do my work, and then go do what I do. And then I have to realize too that some of my colleagues are so busy, they don't always pay attention to people's calendar or the PTO calendar that we have. So sometimes you do have to speak and say, hey, I'm on leave, I'm making myself available for this, and then do it from there, because I don't think one of my colleagues realized that I was going to be gone. Actually, I was supposed to be gone starting like Friday, but she's like, oh my god, okay, thank you for making yourself available, we'll knock this out. So sometimes too, like on a professional level, just state your needs, state, hey, this is my availability, because something I'm working on is not assuming that people know where you stand with stuff, because I think in the military, like, you are always tracked, right? And I think this is something, or I believe this is something that I didn't realize that I like was ingrained in me until recently. I'm like, why does people don't understand blah 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 blah? No, this is civilian life. This is very different from military life. So you gotta say, hey,